everybody. Welcome to Weekly Gab with Cher. So, happy 2022 or 25. Oh gosh, that's not good. Alright, 2025 is what we're into. Alright, another year. So this week I don't have much to, going on. I just got back from my grandson's first wrestling match, so I will have a little clip of that at the end of the video, so make sure you stay till the very end, okay, so you can see that, because it's kind of cute, I guess. I don't know, unfortunately I haven't heard, he didn't win, he got pinned a couple times, so, but he still did pretty good. And then I mentioned last week that I was expecting something this year, and it came in. Nothing has happened yet, but I want you to see. I don't know if you can see how nice that is. Let me take it out of the box and see if you guys can see it. That is just a regular, it's pretty heavy actually, ring band that I am going to use to propose to Russ. Not cool? And it's actually engraved and it says my captain on the inside, which is what I call him, is my captain. So, wish me luck on that. I'm thinking maybe Valentine's. I don't know. Sometimes it's like, seems like I shouldn't be asking him on a holiday, but it's like, when is it ever going to be really a time, that we have that's kind of just, there won't be anybody around for sure and stuff, which I'm giving him I'm actually decided that I'll be nice and not do it in public, because then that gives him the chance to feel comfortable to sit there and tell me no, he doesn't want to do it. So I figured it'll be just when we're alone. So that's kind of what happened this week. There is, though, I want to say, as far as that goes, a little bit of I'm venting, okay, because this really is driving me crazy. So me and Russ were talking the other day about our budget and like our income tax return and stuff, and how we need to get some stuff done on this trailer, and we really should be working on it this year, which is something that I've been trying to work on every year. It just never ends up working out as far as money, time, all that stuff. And so I was like, okay, sure. But then he sits there and he says, well, that means we probably won't be going on vacation this year. Now, vacation to me means a lot. Even if I'm not going with my family, I have gone a couple times by myself, to get out of this town, to get away from everybody. I personally need that for myself every year. So I was very upset about that when he told me that. He is right and everything as far as the budget goes, but it's just hard for me not to think about that. So then I sat there and I'm like, well, now, though, how can I ask him to marry me? Because he's definitely not going to want to plan a wedding. But I sat there and sort of talked to my therapist about it, and I was like, yeah, I guess, I could propose to him, and we can always just wait till the year after something to get married, even though I've already been waiting, 3 years. So, to even plan it. Because I'm the type that would start planning it, maybe get a few things now, a few things here and all that, start setting up so then it's cheaper. But I don't know. I'll probably still ask the question, but I just wanted to vent that because it's driving me nuts. I just kind of felt some hatred towards him because he doesn't know. He doesn't go do that kind of stuff. He never has until he met me, so. But I also want to talk about a movie I watched this week called Ambulance. It was done in 2022. It was directed by Michael Bay, and who had done a lot of other action movies like Armageddon, Bad Boys 1 and 2, The Rock, um, Pearl Harbor, to name a few. Um, and it started, and I know I'm going to sit there and like totally mess up these names, but Jack Gyllenhaal and Yahya Abdul Mateen the second, which actually he was the guy that played in the new Candyman and Matrix movies and the Us movies. So that's gonna bug me. Go. So I don't know. Anyway, it was only a 68% on Rotten Tomatoes, but in a budget of $40 million, and in the box office it did $52.3 million. So it didn't do the best, and I actually didn't see very many good reviews online for this. But you know what? I actually thought it was a pretty good movie. Action. Not too much action because I don't care for action movies, but this had just enough. It was kind of intense. There was a few spots that literally had me on the edge of my seat. It's about two bank robbers that hijack an ambulance after robbing the bank. So it's, I guess most of the movie is like the chase, but it's kind of like, Speed. They were mainly in the bus the whole time, trying to. And so that's kind of to me, that's what it was, except for a little bit more action. So I don't know. I thought it was okay. So maybe check that out. I had, of course, told you that I was going back to work this week, and so my first week back was pretty good week. Easy. I was glad to be back. The kids are really, I like seeing their smiley faces. There's some that I'm starting to get to know names and definitely faces and stuff, and so and I think they're feeling a little bit more comfortable with me. And then I think that was really all I've done this week. Ooh, I am so sorry. Like I said, just back to work. A ring that we got. A wrestling match today. I don't think there's really much that went on this week. So, I was going to talk about some of the TV shows that I watch. And I don't know if you can really call them TV shows. Maybe just series. Because some of them are just on streaming services. So they're not on just regular TV. These are even regular TV. Ever since I decided to get off Dish, which kind of bums me out, but that's okay. Anyway, when I did that, and all we watch is streaming. I can't tell, my cats are playing outside the door or what. I actually closed the door this time because Russ is here and he's watching TV in the living room, and he likes his TV loud, so if I had the door open, you'd be able to hear the TV. But he also has the dryer running, so could be just something knocking around in the dryer. Anyway, yeah, I'm not sure if they should be called TV shows or not anymore. Definitely going through a hard time this week with my mental health. It's been a real struggle this week, and I'm not sure exactly why, but I'm having a hard time this week. And I hate when I do that because I don't know really how to fix it or what to do to make it better, because I'm not sure exactly what I'm feeling half the time or why I'm feeling the way I am. Because as you can see it, I mean, I'm in a good mood, but just like inside of me is just not feeling right and kind of down, and almost like one of the times that I just don't want to exist. Not that I want to die. I want everybody to know that's so you don't go rushing to the phones calling somebody saying, hey, she's threatening to end her life, because that's not how it is. And I can't really say that's how it ever was, but I've never wanted to actually, I don't think I've ever wanted to actually die. As far as, my mental health goes, and suicide thoughts, probably more than before. But once in a while, I feel like I wish I could just not exist. It's like walk through a door or walk somewhere or just laying somewhere and all of a sudden just like, be invisible. And mind and body, actually. So I don't know if that's weird or not. I don't know if that's understandable. Like, if I explained it right. Because I guess the difference would be is that I don't want to be gone, forever, which is what death would bring, where I just don't want to exist for a while. And even sitting there, isolating myself or whatever is still not enough. So yeah, I'm not sure what we call them anymore. But anyway, TV shows, I believe is where we're at, right? Hopefully, because I had to stop for a minute. So, I've noticed that one coming out that I was going to start watching. I haven't watched it yet, but I plan on it. And you can watch it on Disney Plus and Hulu. And that's Shifting Gears. It's Tim Allen's new TV show. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, he's done, this will be his third one. And to me, it seems like it's basically the same kind as Home Improvement and Last Man Standing. About him being a single dad. I believe he's single in this one. And his daughter comes home from college or whatever, so to come live with him. So yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I think it's going to be good no matter what, because it's Tim Allen. But at the same time, how long is it going to last? I don't know. I just don't see it being a very popular one. I don't know. I can't say. I know I'm going to like it, though. A couple movies that are shows that I've been watching on Paramount Plus was Georgie and Maddie's First Marriage, and it's a funny little sitcom. Southern accents. It kind of, I don't know if anybody's watched The Ranch, which I can't remember if that was on HBO or Netflix. I don't remember what The Ranch was on, but it sort of reminds me of that kind of a feel to it. But it's a good show. It's about, a young, can't really say young couple first starting out, but it is their first marriage. But it's an older woman with a younger man. I guess I relate a little bit to that. Maybe that's why. Of course, she's not as old as me, and of course, she's not as young as Russ is, but, they're still older. I think they're like maybe 5-6 years different. I can't remember, but it's a really cute show. And School Spirits is coming back for a new season pretty soon. If you haven't watched the first season, it's kind of a more of a teenage kind of preteen kind of show. It's about a high school student girl that has passed away, and her ghost is hanging around school. And um, and actually, there's a few ghosts there, so her spirits. So it's kind of a funny. And then she finds out that maybe her death wasn't quite an accident like she thought, and so they're trying to figure out what happened and who, all that. So it's kind of about something a little different, I guess. I also watched So Help Me Todd. There's, I believe, 3 seasons of that. There hasn't been another one coming up anytime soon that I've seen or heard yet, but it's funny. It's a good, funny show, and it's about a son's mother who works at a law firm, and he just lost his private eye license and stuff because of some past things, which I won't go into because it does tell you later on in the show, but what happened with that. But and he ends up helping his mother out at the law firm. So, and them two, the chemistry with them two, the chemistry with him and his sister, who's a doctor, just the chemistry with all the actors and stuff in here is really good. And it makes it really funny. So, when it's supposed to be, and not when it's not supposed to be. So, those are all on Paramount Plus. On Max, we have The White Lotus is coming out with a new season. It'll be the 3rd season. I've watched the first and second one. It was something that I just decided to check out because I was bored. It wouldn't have been a show that I technically would have liked. The second one I think was okay, but of course the first one was the best. So we'll see how they do on the third one. I think the third one is in, gosh, where is it? Like Mexico or something. Of course, they're all overseas. Maybe it was Spain, something. I can't remember. I saw the previews for it. So then, and Netflix has been kind of my big one lately. I've got quite a few shows there. I have No Good Deed, which I just started, which is kind of a funny show in a way. I think I brought this up last week because I remember talking about Raymond Ronalds, something. Anyway, Raymond. Anyway, and the other actress was, what's her name? From France. What was her name? The ditzy one, the blonde, the ditzy blonde. I can't think of any of their names. I don't remember. Anyway, the one that used to sing. That sang that cat song or something like that. I don't remember. Oh my gosh, I've watched this Friends like almost 3 times now, and I'm drawing a blank to what's that? Anyway, she starts it. Anyway, it's about, and I haven't finished it all yet, so I don't know exactly what's gonna go on. But it's about this couple who's trying to sell their home, and you come to learn that they have not disclosed the information about that their son died in that house. Still not quite sure how he died. We do know that it was not an accident after all, but there's some weird things behind that you still have to learn. So it's got a little bit of a funny moment to it, and a little bit, I wouldn't even say it has any real serious moments. I think it's literally a comedy, and that's it. So, but so far, I mean, it's kind of cool, kind of neat. Um, then I was watching Heels, Heels, and that's you wrestling fans, I guess, that need a little different, something different, but some more, kind of a wrestling touch. Of course, it's about the heels. If you know what wrestling is, you know what a heel is. But it's about these two brothers who actually run this wrestling league, I guess it's called league, foundation. I'm not sure. I don't what they're called. Huh? You tell me. What is it? Is it wrestling federation? It's got to be federation, I think. Anyway, so it's kind of that one's more of a drama, because it's a lot of. I mean, it has, of course, its moments of laughing because they're brothers for one. But it's definitely about that family, um, dynamic and connection, all that stuff. They had inherited this company or whatever, because their father had committed suicide. So um, they ended up with it. And so you find out some interesting facts on all that and how they handle it and everything. Plus, you get a few wrestling matches that you get to watch throughout the show. So that's kind of cool. Now, some good news for all you Cobra Kai. I guess it's good and bad, but all your Cobra Kai fans out there, and if you haven't watched the show yet, you should try it out, especially if you're age of, a child or teen, whatever, of the 80s, and really liked the Karate Kid, because Cobra Kai brings it pretty much right back. You have all your same, not even just the same actors, but the same characters in there, and moving forward and all that stuff about, now that they're adults and what they're going through and stuff like that. And it's really good. But good news and bad news, the final season will be here on February 13th. So I'm waiting on that because they really left us on a cliffhanger last season. So I can't wait till it comes back. So yeah, I'm waiting for that. The other one that just started back up, and I have only watched 3 episodes of it. I've been really bad about catching up on the show, and I really need to. But it's the Squid Games. One of my number one shows that I watch. I love this when this came out. I was really hooked, and I'm can't wait till they actually get to the games in this one. We actually kind of moving a little slower than last time. Last time in season 1, we were pretty much just introducing everybody, at the beginning, and then you went straight into the games. This one seems to be taking a little bit longer. You have new characters and stuff, and contestants that are coming in, so you're introduced to them. Plus, you still have the 2 guys. Spoiler alert: the 2 guys that came out alive at the end of the first one. So, seems like it's taking a little longer. Now on Prime Video, if you have it, I have some actually good shows that I have just sort of started. I didn't look to see how long they've been out. They're just new to me. And that's the Beast Games, which is just, it's a game show. Mr. Beast doing a game show. Basically, can win up to $5 million. So, and it's kind of I wouldn't say it's Survivor, because Survivor's done all on an island, and this show's not done all on an island. But maybe, I never really watch Survivors, but maybe some of the competitions and stuff like that in there are more, will remind you of Survivor style. I don't know. But I liked it. I liked the way they change up the possibility of how to go home or get eliminated. They have, deals that they'll make and see if anybody will take the deal to go home. Usually a lot of money, and I think one time they offered $1 million to some people to go home, but if they took it, then they'd get the money, but their team wouldn't be eliminated and get nothing. And every one of them sat there and decided to stay and not take the money. So that's kind of crazy that you would. I don't know if I could do that. Choose that kind of thing for a whole team like that. But it's kind of interesting. So, oops, I got close to the mic. The other one is called Panic. And speaking of games kind of thing, this is a good show. I guess more of a teen show. But it's about high school graduates in a small town that in the summer every year they have a big competition through all the seniors, and at the end you can win. I think it's like $5,000 is what it is, or something like that, to be able to leave this small town, which of course all of them want to. Nobody wants to stick around, and people from small towns probably know how that is. And the games are pretty intense. So, but it's not like an actual game show like Mr. Beast or Beast Games would be. It's an actual TV show that is based on a few of these kids, that are playing these games. So it's something. And now another one. It's a comedy. It's actually pretty good, pretty funny, pretty touching. I don't know. It's called Upload. And for a future show, I guess it's pretty good because what it basically is in the future they have discovered a way to keep you around after you're died, which basically they freeze you. You freeze your body or whatever, so that just in case they actually come up with something to bring you back to life, I guess, then they have that option. But then they take your memories and your thoughts and all that stuff and put them into a computer, upload them into a computer, and then they create an AI of you. And you live in this, like, imaginary, I guess, not really imaginary because everybody's living the same one, so imaginary would be wherever you want. But in this community that is just all AI, computerized or whatever. And so they can still communicate with their loved ones they left behind through virtual reality and stuff like that. So it's got its moments, but then you have your, I guess you could say, tech support, and they call them their angels. And so if they need anything, then they call these angels, and stuff, and say, let them know what they need if something's wrong or they just need something or whatever. So anyway, the main character and his angel end up kind of having a little bit of chemistry that they probably shouldn't have. So it's kind of interesting to, be rooting for this person and that person because, he got uploaded and he had a long-time girlfriend at the time that he got uploaded. So, but I think part of it is I got this itch on my lower back that I just can't get to it. So yeah, it's kind of, you guys should check that one out, really. That's the one out of all my list here. I think I'd put Upload first, then Panic, then Cobra Kai, Squid Games, Heels, No Good Deed, and The White Lotus. Yeah. And then maybe Georgie and Mandy's and Spool Spirits just on the side if you have time. But that's the way I would do it. That's my priority list. So, I don't remember if I mentioned or not. I know I said that I was at the wrestling match, at my my grandson's wrestling match, and then I had a little clip that I was gonna. That's right, I did. I did mention. Oh my gosh, I'm getting too old for this stuff. Mentioned a clip that I was gonna have at the end of this. So when on my closing out, then they'll be at the end. But for now, we will close out for this week, and I will see you next week. And don't forget to share my video, like my video, subscribe to my video, please. But yes, and share out there with everybody. And like I said, if I'm getting too boring, because my views haven't been very good, guys, so if I'm getting too boring out there, just give me some ideas, so then I can draw in some interesting people and everything, and we can get talking. So for now, love one another, care for one another, and we will talk to you later.
You got this, buddy. Get in there.
Shoot! Get it, Leo! Shoot him, Leo! Shoot him! Get him, shoot! Roll! Get on your stomach, Leo! Get on your stomach!